Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's ITL. Sorry for looking a little scruffy this week. Last week was horrible. This week's actually, I guess, getting a little better. No, we didn't lose we haven't lost my, we'll say, close family friend in Ohio. She's hanging on. She's hanging on good. But, I mean, it's inedible. It's going to happen. It just went. It just went. But it's my best prayers and everything else is going to the family. It's going to be left behind, and yeah. But there's lots of family. There's lots of, say, there's a few really good people that I've met on YouTube. That is, I mean, I can count them on two hands. It's gotten more and more through the years. I've only been on YouTube for 11, 12 years. And I keep myself kind of guarded as far as people I call actually good friends. And if you're one of them, you know that you're one of them, the way I talk to you and everything, and the way I treat you guys. And it is what it is. And you just happen to be one of them. And I said, I'm not leaving anybody out. I'm not leaving anybody out. But let's move on. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Be working with my mentor, Suburban Rider, a.k.a. the Mayor. We're going to be getting back into here really soon. I'm getting into my Morse code to learn it more because I've been so rusty. I'm trying to get my call sign learned. My mind just went out the door. But this week, actually, just keep my mind steady. I'm working on this and say, what the heck is that? And you probably recognize this because I tear things down and rebuild all the time. This is an antenna. Actually, I've tore down a few antennas and started rebuilding. And yeah, this is a pack antenna that I tore down, rebuilt, and I'm making it better, making it stronger. I've learned it's not hard to make dipole antennas. Not hard at all. I can have one whipped out in minutes. No problem. I mean, they're simple. I can have one set up for my CBs. No problem. I'm getting into going with NFEDs. They're a little bit more difficult. And on top of it, I'm just not going out and ordering kits. You can do that. You can order kits. I'm going through, and I am going through my garbage, which I'm cleaning out. I'm cleaning out a lot of garbage. I'm always cleaning out garbage. I'm sending it to whatever recycling or landfill, whatever I need to do. And I'm going through and recycling best I can. And basically, I've built this NFED so far out of nothing but recycled items. You know, I gotta order a few things, but most of it is just recycled. Then I want to run through my tester and see how well it's going to test to run before I put in action. But yeah, I should be able to get away with a lot of things with my radios because I'm working with 5 watts or less, guys. I'm working with 5 watts or less. I can get away with a lot more than what somebody, say, puts up with 30 watts or more, or 500 watts. I can get with a lot more. Yet, I'm going to be marking a lot of my stuff that it's mine. I'm going to guarantee this stuff for 5 watts or less, guys. Because it don't need to be much. I mean, but yeah, I'm going to be making something that's going to be a pack antenna that I can throw in the pack and fed that I can just use a slingshot, get the one end up in the tree, have the other, have my other wire laid out, and voila, I'm up and one. And we're having my little HT up and running. No worries. I do have my Slim Jim that I can just slap up the thing, and that was thanks to Ron C, which I haven't only got to use once. I'm still working to get that up in the air, but right after I got it, able to get things up and run, we got a friend, the COVID, to come up and play with us. But yeah, but I was able to get a hold of some of the playgrounds to learn more about that radio, the soda pop, the soda pop 2. That was given to me. That's actually a pretty cool little radio. Even though it's a single, it's for 40 meter. That's perfect for what I have for my tech license. If I had my general, I would probably want a multi-band, but for me, that's what I want, and that's perfect. And even if I upgrade my license, which I might do in the future, for right now, I'm not even thinking about it. But yeah, it's perfect, and that runs off of. And I was thinking before 9 volts. It doesn't even want to really want to wake up at 9 volts. I'll tell you. I tried firing it up on 9 volts, and it doesn't really want to wake up. I fired it up on 12 volts, which it does have the wall wart. In the wall wart, it fires up at 12 volts. And I did ran through my meter, and it fires up and starts running good. Now, I mean, not know Morse code too well. I mean, I can listen, but I'm not going to try to communicate because I don't know my Morse code too well. I'm not going to make a disaster like my first contact. I'm just not going to play that right now. I learned my lesson. But yeah, I learned my lesson on that too. Is that the 12 volts, what you really want 12 volts, around 12 volts, is actually these. See these right here? They're pink. These are actually little batteries. These are actually, people like me that vape, takes 2 of these to fire off this. Let's see, that's my vape. E-cigarette, which, the government's fighting us on those too. Yeah, I'm a little irritated about them. But these things here have like 3.1 volts. See if I can find it. Oh, you know what? This doesn't really say. These ones don't say right on it. My other ones do. So I think it's like 3.7 volts. I mean, you add them up. They're like, you put 3 of them together, and they add up around over 12 volts anyway. They give or take around 12 volts. So you figure out, you get yourself a nice little case. So you have somebody, 3D print yourself a nice little case that holds 3 of these suckers in there. Little on and off switch on there. And voila, you got power to fire up one of those radios. Yeah, it's going to run it for quite a long time. These batteries, they run for quite a long time. But the thing is, and these are rechargeable, and they do really well. They don't take that long to recharge either. But it comes down to it, yeah, they do. They don't last. I mean, they have a lifespan. But my thinking on it is, I can get myself a case that holds X number 1.5 volt batteries, the little double A's and triple A batteries. I can get those, the rechargeable ones. And yeah, you're talking about pain in the butt ones. But I can have those where they're rechargeables, or have the ones that you can buy just over the shelf too. So if I'm out and about and I know my batteries are getting low, I can stop at the store and buy a bunch of them for $1 at the dollar store. Enough to get me running through it for a day, and throw into it and keep going for a day. And just have it so it's the radio sitting on top of it. I can have the case so it's sitting on top of it, and I'm good. And yes, I'm talking 12 volt to, and the radio can handle up to 15 point something volt. It says in the paperwork, and I could do something like that, and it'd be just fine. It'd be just fine, and I can actually govern it up to where have the case hold X number batteries, take it up to 15 volts, and that would give me extra enough room to play with, and I'd be fine. Like if I get the rechargeable ones, yeah, it's going to take a while to charge up. I have enough to bring home though, and just change them out as time goes through. But the thing is, they don't have a good lifetime expectancy either. But yet, I can just go to the dollar store and buy a bunch of them for dirt cheap, too. So, yeah, thinking on that. You can always find them anywhere. So, say what happens in Texas right now. They have no power. But I want to be able to communicate. Just go to the dollar store and get a bunch of them, slap them in, and I'm good for a while. So, yeah. You can see where I'm going there. You don't have to run it forever. Just enough to communicate, have set times and everything. Because, I mean, if you figure 40 meter, that's not a full-time, all day long, good communication anyway. For local use anyway, I would just go ahead and use my, 70 centimeters, 2 meters setup anyway, my locals. Yeah. That's what I would do anyway. And also for very, very close, I use my CB setup. And actually, using my attic setup for my antennas, dipole, just fire up my CB. I'm talking local within a couple miles. I'm doing rock and roll anyway. Who needs freaking the power to be on? I got freaking AC/DC. I can charge it up with my car, be running, charged up for a little bit anyway, or start up my generator and charge it up that way too. Just have enough gas sitting around. That's good for a little while. It's good for a little while. Ew, yes. But that's my thought. I want to go ahead and, as I said, I want to finish this up. And this basically, we'll get back to what this is. This is Ron. See, this is a nice little winder he sent to me a long, long, long time ago. And 24 gauge speaker antenna is just one side of it. And also, this is one of the stackable boxes that I got from the dollar, from the, not the dollar store. Came from Michael's craft store. You can pick them for $1. Stackable boxes, and it'll work. It'll work to seal everything up in there. And inside, I'm not going to reveal what's inside of it right now because I'm still working with the guts and stuff. And I'll reveal once I get everything working and everything going on in it anyway. But there is a positive and a negative, to get things rocking and rolling, get an idea what's going on. But the rest of it is confidential inside. I mean, I don't want to have to, do anybody, bury anybody out back, which I'm not supposed to be revealing that anyway, so. Oh, but here, it's not really tied down inside anyway. Right now, it's rattling. It's a baby rattle. But yeah, I'm all ready for the, the fire going out back. I'm better than a Texan. I've got my fire starter going on here. Oh yeah, yes, I got my fire starter going on here. I can fire it off here. Yes, I'm all ready for y'all. Gotta have power going on here. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the freaking Biden. It took about a week to figure out what's going on here, guys. What's going on here? Yes, it is. I'm trying to light my house on fire. We have power going on here. A week almost to freaking figure out it's a national emergency that you caused. You caused. Let's have the freaking gas shut down. Come on. You caused. Actually, he didn't fully cause it, but he didn't help. We're not supposed to talk about that. We're not supposed to talk about that. This is Muscle Mike, hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.